Hey, Nikki.
Hey, Em.
The VIP
Does that
in the
feel
studio.
weird to say?
It does. It doesn't rhyme.
It doesn't.
Doesn't rhyme the same. No. We have a
No.
VIP in the studio today.
It's me.
And it's Nikki. You've heard us talk about her a million times. If you haven't seen her, she's been on the show before.
Yeah.
She's our producer. She's the head of operations. And at the time this episode comes out, you're going to be a mom.
I know. It's so crazy.
And who knows?
No, I think.
Did you post it on social media?
Nope. I think I'm going to be hard launching my child.
This is through a podcast?
Yeah, potentially. Hard to say. Maybe the podcast. Maybe when she's born.
I guess it depends when this episode comes out.
Right. We don't know.
Yeah, we'll have to make sure this comes out.
But this could be the announcement. So welcome to the world, girlfriend.
So Nikki's pregnant.
Yeah.
Nikki is due just a few weeks after I am.
Yep.
And so we're going to have an episode today about your journey to motherhood.
Yep.
We had very different journeys to motherhood because I always knew I wanted to be a mom. It was just very difficult for me to get there.
Yes.
Yours was mentally difficult.
Extremely. And I think, I think the idea that you knew you wanted to be a mom, like you always knew.
Just easy, yes.
There were like two kind of clear camps. Like, I know I want to be a mom. I've always known I wanted to be a mom ever since I was a little girl. And then there are the people who are very clear that they don't want to be a mom or that they don't want kids. I didn't fall into either of those camps. And that was pretty torturous for me, I would say. and for a long time. And I think I was so desperate to fall into one of those categories, and I couldn't get myself there. And I think I was just seeking that assurance. And so I definitely talked your and Jen's ears off about that for
no, it's fine.
Potentially years. And my poor therapist. I mean, so many sessions spent talking about it. But you're
right. Like, it's like, I think we've come to this place where it's like, hey, it's totally cool if you know you don't want to have kids, right?
Yeah.
But like, we're also still very uncomfortable with the people that don't know.
100%. And
we don't know what to say to them.
And there's so much rhetoric about like, well, if you're not sure, then you probably shouldn't do it. And that was a lot of the messaging I was receiving. Like, if you don't know that you want to have kids, then you probably don't. And like, you should be really, really sure, like 100% sure that you want to be a mom before you have kids. Yeah. And I am a really anxious person. I wasn't going to get there. I wasn't going to be 100%. But I was certainly placing that expectation on myself. And I had to get really comfortable sitting in the unknown of the decision and just letting it be and letting myself not have it figured out.
Wait, can I ask you a question? We can always edit this afterwards if you're not comfortable. I didn't think to ask you this. But, okay, so you were truly not sure. But then what about your partner? Because I think for a lot of people, they're like, well, my partner's sure, but I'm not. Or my partner's not sure, I am. So why was that navigating in your marriage?
So my husband is a lot more even keeled.
Chill?
How do we say? What's a euphemism?
Less anxious?
I definitely wear the anxiety hat in our relationship. Yeah, I think he has better self-trust. I think a big part of it that I discovered was this like lack of self-trust and almost like distress tolerance levels that like I would be able to handle it even if it would be hard.
Yeah.
Like, I think my mind kind of goes to, okay, am I going to be able to do this? Am I going to be able to take care of myself and take care of a child? Like, am I going to be able to still excel in my career and have a child? Like, so many what ifs. Like, will I be able to still like access myself? Really, I think was one of the biggest fears. And I think for him, it's just like, we can handle it. We'll handle it.
We'll adapt.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
And I'm not like that. And
But also, can I say something?
Yeah.
Also, men have more choices.
Different. It's different as a man,
because
for
they
sure.
also watched. The other thing is, you have to understand, I think, like, men watched their dads still have careers and still have families, where so many of us watched our moms stay at home and struggle with the, like, I think it's different, right? I think men are able to have an ease into it in a different way.
Yeah, coupled with the fact that he's just like the chillest person in the world.
Yeah, that too, right?
But yes, I think, so yeah, I think he always wanted kids, but he was very understanding. Like there was never pressure from him. You know, he's like, you do your thing, you figure it out, and I'll help you figure it out as much as you want me to. But like, whenever you feel like you're kind of ready, like I'll be ready with you. And I just want to mention too, like I remember when we were first talking about it, something that you said to me specifically was, and that I know you've said on the podcast before, was about scripting and the why behind the decisions that we make and like what would be your why.
Yeah.
And
so parenting scripting, right, which is like, what's the point of why we do this? Talk about it in a ton of sex therapy, of sexual scripting. What's the point of having sex?
Yeah.
What's the point of being a fucking parent? And like, I think it's an important question to ask yourself.
Oh my
but that stuck with you. It meant something.
Oh yeah. It was like really profound for me. And when I started to think about it, you know, I was like this is something that I want to do with my partner, with my husband. I want to create a life together and go on this journey together. And I started to think about it more like from a bird's eye view, like later in life, like, will I want to go through life without experiencing doing this with him? And that's really what ultimately got me to the place of deciding to try.
Yeah.
But oh my God, did it take so long?
Mine is so much more egotistical. My scripting, right? My scripting is that like, I could probably make better humans than a lot of people.
It's true though. Definitely true.
Yours is so beautiful. It's so pure. That is a really good reason to have a kid. It is.
Yeah. And I think it was a really helpful question and it like really made me think. But I also just want to like normalize being in that in between. And like, I am sure there are people listening who feel like I'm not in the, I always knew I wanted to have kids camp. I'm not in the, I definitely don't want kids camp. And it's okay. And you'll figure it out one way or the other. But getting comfortable with not knowing is uncomfortable, but it's what I had to do and what I would recommend. It must have
helped that your partner was so chill about it.
Yeah.
Right? Like I'm imagining someone listening to this that's like their partner is like really pressures them about it. That has got to be so difficult.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I can't imagine that.
Because you were able to come to your own decision on your own time.
Yes. And through like noise is hard too. Like
Okay. So Nikki didn't tell us she was pregnant for a while after she was pregnant. How pregnant were you? 8 weeks maybe.
8 weeks, yeah.
Okay. How much did you freak the fuck out when you found out though?
Oh my God. Oh my God. I mean, I have a picture on my phone.
Like, even though you came to the decision, though, the fear is still fucking there when you get the positive.
1,000%. I have a picture. I went on a walk that day. It was a Monday. I have a picture on my phone.
Who takes a pregnancy test on a Monday?
Me. Someone who's supposed to get their period on Fridays and didn't get it. I took a walk and I needed to document the moment, and it's just my shadow. And it's so like dark. And I was like, wow, this is the moment. Like I just was like, I was listening to nothing in my headphones. I was just walking and I was like trying to digest what I just found out.
And you told John at that point?
Yeah, he was so mad. He's like, it's 11 o'clock on a Monday. And he expects me to go back to work.
That's what I mean on a Monday, like, bro.
Well, I didn't.
Who tests on a Monday?
I clearly didn't think it was going to be positive. I was like, oh, my period's just late. So, but it was. And here she is.
But I think that like the thing is we think like, okay, well I came to a decision and now I'll feel grateful and happy all the time. And then there's like this guilt associated with like, if you freak out, like, well, so then did I make the wrong decision? Like, did you go through that ping pong?
I think I was surprised. I was really surprised that I was pregnant.
Yeah.
And it took me a really long time to like integrate it. Like, I think that it showed up the most when I was telling people.
Yeah.
It was like hard for me to tell people. I felt first of all, it's an extremely vulnerable thing to tell somebody you're pregnant.
It is, right?
And especially when you're somebody who's prone to anxiety. Of course, I'm like, is it too early? Like, when's the right time?
Yeah.
I'm doing quotes. Yeah. There is no right time.
Yeah.
You do what you do.
Yeah.
But I think that's really when it came.
But there is a lot of messaging around right time. Right? Like there is like people like, oh, gotta wait till 12 weeks.
100%.
Or do it early so you have support, right? Like everyone has this like idea like this is the right way to do it.
And what I'm saying is that it is somewhat arbitrary.
Yeah.
Is like whenever you're comfortable or whoever is the support people in your life, like
Yeah.
whatever makes you feel good. But yeah, I think it's like something that doesn't, at least for me, it didn't fully integrate that I was pregnant until like kind of recently.
Mm-hmm.
And so like when something's not so integrated for
Kind
you,
of recently. Thinking you're like really pregnant right now.
I mean like
what week do you think it integrated?
maybe like 16 or 17. It took me a while.
When you start really feeling her.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that does make a big difference.
Yeah. And when something's not integrated for you or you haven't fully accepted that it's happening yet, I think it's really hard to share that with other people because you're not coming from this like grounded, this is what's happening to me, this is how I feel about it place. You're sort of just in this space of like, I'm not exactly sure how to feel. I'm really scared. I'm really not feeling like completely confident that this is, it's a concept, but like the level of concreteness before you do feel the baby or like have like a intense ultrasound, like it's hard to like wrap your head around.
Yeah. Did it feel the same way for your husband?
No.
He was just like, cool, we're pregnant now.
Yeah. 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 I mean, I think it is like, it is a wild concept. And I think there were certain moments where I think it resonated like deeper for him, like hearing the heartbeat and like seeing the ultrasound, of course. But yeah, it's definitely an interesting period of time between knowing yourself and then telling other people and having those things meet.
Yeah.
Okay. So I have some questions for you.
Okay, you ready? Yeah, I said, Nikki, you can ask me anything, but we're going to record it.
Yeah. Okay. So my first question is a would you rather.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Let me preface this by saying that I never say this word right. I'm metaphobic. I have a fear of throwing up.
Yeah. Like she's like an extreme fear of throwing up. Did you not throw up once during your pregnancy, actually?
I did not.
I threw up like 50 fucking times a day.
Yeah.
Do you think you willed yourself?
Really nauseous. Yes.
You willed yourself to not do it?
Correct.
I was just like letting like the blowhorn go.
I know. Yep. And yeah, like I remember people being like, "Oh, do you think you'll feel better if you throw up?" I was like, "Absolutely not."
You're like, "Not me." Me, I was like, "Yes, I will. Let me throw it."
And if you don't want to listen to this part, if this bothers you, please skip ahead. I have a lot of tricks over the years
to not throw up.
Yeah, one of them.
What is it?
One of them is sniffing alcohol pads. Like
that would make me vom.
No, so your brain can't be nauseous and sniff alcohol at the same time, apparently. And so I bought
what?
I don't know. I bought a industrial
if
pack.
I smell Ciroc,
no,
specifically,
alcohol pads.
Oh, there's the difference.
Like medical.
I was gonna say if I.
I'm so sorry. Not
like you don't think like
liquor.
We both went to Penn State. Like if you had like a Vlad in front of you, you wouldn't.
Bacardi raspberry is the one for me. Yeah. No alcohol pads. So I would carry those around with me, and I would like sniff, like hardcore sniff them every time I felt really nauseous.
Wow, I was just like puking in random trash cans on the street.
Yeah. What else? Like the ginger.
Oh yeah, those things
stuff.
are good. Yeah.
I took vitamin B6 and Unisom. I was like, I was doing a lot.
You were like, I will not be puking. Okay, great.
But anyways, my would you rather?
Guess it's a brown puke.
As a mom, would you rather your kid come home with neurovirus, stomach bug, or lice?
Neurovirus.
Like that easy.
That easy.
Damn.
Now, to be fair, I've never had lice. The idea of having lice is very overwhelming to me.
Okay.
Because it's a lot of work.
Okay.
Neurovirus, here's what I know. It's going to be an explosion and I can clean it up from there. That's my fear about the lice is you have to get each thing out of the head.
Yeah.
I do not have the detail-oriented ability to do that with my ADHD. But I can clean up and bleach everything.
I bet you don't worry about catching it yourself.
If I catch it, I catch it. I don't have a fear of throwing up or having diarrhea, though.
Cool. I feel like that would make my life easier.
I have to tell you something, Nikki. You're going to get so sick all the time once you have a kid. I know. Like the first few years of having a kid, they just like bring home everything.
I know.
But I've never actually Millie's never had a stomach virus. I don't think.
I feel like
no, she did one time.
I feel like there was once because
I didn't get
it. I was like,
but I didn't get it.
Don't go near Emily.
Yeah, but I never got it. But she came home with fucking COVID, the flu, hand, foot, and mouth. Hand, foot, and mouth is bad.
I know. Actually, gross story. When I was a school counselor before I worked.
Did you get a hand, foot, and mouth?
Yes. When I worked at the elementary school, I got hand, foot, and mouth.
Oh, so then you're fine.
It was horrible.
You already had it. You're going to get it again. Yeah.
It was terrible.
It's terrible. So like
I couldn't swallow. I couldn't eat.
Yeah, no, that is really bad. But no, for some reason, norovirus does not scare me the same way.
Okay, well.
I guess it sounds like your answer would be you'd rather get lice.
Spoiler alert.
You'd rather get lice.
Yeah, I'm choosing lice.
Have you had lice before?
Yeah, as a kid.
I never got it because I'm disgusting and dirty and they only like clean heads. Did you know that?
They like clean heads?
Yeah, lice will not go to a dirty head. So here's an idea. Don't wash your kid's hair a lot.
Well,
you don't get the lice.
I mean, I don't want it to happen, but like if
I'm just saying if you were worried about it. My daughter,
I'm not worried.
Her hair only gets washed twice a week.
My mom.
You've seen how much hair my daughter has?
My mom's like, that's like her jam. I'll just call her.
Well, yeah, she works at a fucking preschool, man. Your mom's got to be like a lice pro.
Yeah. She knows what she's doing.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. If you could go back and give yourself one piece of advice as a new parent, what would it be?
None of this matters. The majority of the shit that felt really, really important.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. Or specifically like the milestones and shit. Like it's really hard to not, you want to be a good mom so badly.
Of course.
So you're like, oh, other kids are talking or other kids are walking or other kids are crawling. And it doesn't fucking matter.
Yeah.
Do you have, you know what I mean? There's 4 people in this room right now. Do we have any idea who talked first or crawled first? None of it fucking matters.
No.
And so that is, I think, really hard is that when you become a mom, it's so nebulous. You don't know what you're doing, right? Like, so you fall into ways to track it, like milestones or breastfeeding or their weight, because you want to then track it. Because then it's like, okay, well, they gain the weight and they hit the milestone, so I must be a good mom. But some kids just struggle with those things more.
And it has nothing to do with you.
And it has nothing to do with you, right? Millie just never crawled, but I was freaking the fuck out that she wasn't crawling. And then she just, what bitch wasn't into crawling? I don't know.
You know what that makes me think of is just that, like, I feel like with pregnancy, you're kind of like, okay, there's all these like milestones. Like once you hit the 12-week ultrasound, once you hit the anatomy scan, once you pass the gestational diabetes test.
Well, you do it already. Right. How much weight did I gain? Right? You know what I mean? Did I pass the gestational diabetes? Right. Is my growth scan accurate?
Right.
You already are doing it.
Am I going early? Am I going late? And there are all these things where you're like, okay, maybe at that point my anxiety will stop.
No.
And it's just very, very clear to me that this whole journey will be a lot of anxiety.
Yeah. Just because also the thing is you can't actually control it, right? Like, and you say this, like some kids are just going to suck at sleeping. Yeah. Some kids are going to have more difficulty eating. Some kids have a tongue tie and some don't, right? Like, but like for some reason we think it's us.
Yeah.
And so that is really hard to separate and differentiate between those two things. My child might struggle to sleep. Yeah. But you're going to have people that are like, oh, it's 8 weeks old and my kid's sleeping through the night. You're going to feel like they're a better parent than you. Yeah. And they're not. It doesn't have to do with shit.
Right.
But you're going to start tracking.
And are they lying?
And they could be lying. Right. They could be that their kid just ate. Well, you know what I mean? Like some kids that eat a lot, like some kids that cluster feed at the beginning end up being really good sleepers because they eat enough food to sleep through the night, where other kids that might be struggle with eating more, they're going to wake up more times during the night because they need to feed more. Neither one is good or bad. It just is. But you're going to start making all of these ways to compare yourself. It's what they call the mommy wars.
Oh, God.
And that is the stuff that I would say, like, try.
Yeah.
You're going to fall into it no matter what. Try to remind yourself that, like, it doesn't matter.
Okay. I love that.
Yes.
That's a good one. Okay. What's your best advice for getting through the beginning?
Survival, man. Yeah. My best advice is don't turn on your partner. Communicate a ton. Leave the baby. That was the hardest thing for me when I could not leave her. I was so anxious, especially with breastfeeding. What if I leave and she's hungry? You know what I mean? Like, so take a break.
Okay.
Don't turn on your partner. Go on a walk. Take care of yourself. I don't think I took care of myself for the first year that Millie was alive because I felt so selfish doing it.
Really?
Find a gym that has childcare.
Like the little things, like even going for a walk.
Yeah, it was really hard for me to leave her at all. I was really anxious about it. But I also had like a postpartum, you know, I had postpartum depression.
Sure.
I was very anxious. I had a lot of intrusive thoughts. I wish you know what I mean? Like I'm telling you, like find a gym that has childcare.
Yeah.
When I will look at moms that come into my gym and they bring their kids in and they take those 45 minutes
for themselves,
it makes the biggest difference.
Yeah.
To do something to take care of yourself.
Okay. What did you feel like was it the feeling like no one else can do it like me?
Yes, no one else can do it like me. She needs me.
Yeah.
I'm hurting her in some way if I leave. Right? Like I am doing something bad to walk away.
Was it ever like reinforced like with like crying or like?
Yeah, of course. Oh, they want you.
Yeah.
Let me be clear. That kid's going to want you more than your husband ever.
Yeah.
Because they were inside of you for 9 months, dude. They know your voice more than anything.
Right.
They know your smell. You are God to that baby. Babies also are unaware that they're separate than their moms. So like, yeah, like there's gonna be times where you put that baby down and it's gonna scream.
Yeah.
Like you are hurting me. And the thing is, I couldn't separate that. I couldn't be like, she's a baby, so she cries. I thought I was hurting her.
That's extremely challenging to separate.
Dude, think about how hard it is when you walk out of your house and the dogs.
I was just thinking
okay,
that.
this is one of the things I get mad about. Whenever people are like, having a dog isn't like having a baby, I'm like, you are a dead liar. So like, you walk into the house and the dogs give you those eyes.
Oh.
Now imagine it's 50 times worse because they're yelling and crying.
Yeah.
And they say, Mommy, I need you, don't leave. That's the thing.
Or like when they cry at the foot of the bed and I've slept with my 2 dogs for years and we don't really sleep well, but
But that's right?
Yeah.
So that's constant. So you do get reinforced from it.
Totally.
And which is why I'm saying,
let
someone else take the kid and help you so that child gets used to being with other people.
Yes. So it's not completely reinforced every single time.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that like the hardest part is I am telling you, and they've done they've done tons of studies where they put like moms in fMRI machines and let the babies cry and you literally see the mom's brains like, yes, you have your pain receptors in your brain go off. It hurts you when your child cries.
Yeah. I believe that.
Right?
Yes.
So that's what I'm saying is like to say to yourself, like, you know, I have to go on a walk.
Yeah.
Without the baby.
Right.
You're going to feel like, oh, well, I can just take her. It's not a big deal. Oh, no, but I love having her. It's not a big deal. It is, dude.
Yeah.
Take the time away.
Okay. That's good advice.
Yeah.
All right. What is the biggest shift that you noticed in yourself after becoming a mom?
I care way less about what people think.
Yeah. Perspective.
Yeah. Perspective is very, very big. I am able to see the world in a very different way. I have so much more empathy for other moms. I was totally judgmental before. Like I'd be at a restaurant and I'd like see moms with, you know, their baby crying. And I'm like, what are they doing in here? Right. Like, and sometimes I'm knowing about that now still, but like now I'm able to like, I'm like, oh man, your kid's freaking out at the grocery store. Glad it's not mine. Could have been mine today. It'll be mine tomorrow.
Yeah.
You know, like,
Yeah.
So I care way less about what other people think. And I care way more about helping other people. Like when I see somebody struggle, you know what I mean? Like getting that like.
You get it.
Stroller. Yes.
Yeah.
And you really know how isolating it is.
Yeah.
You're so lonely at the beginning.
Yeah. Parenthood, I feel like is such a, you don't know until you know.
Yes. No matter what. And I had worked with how many moms.
Right.
I had read the books. I have a fucking degree in human development.
Yeah.
And you do
HDFS?
not know. Yes. HDFS,
Penn
baby.
State,
Yes.
baby.
And you do not know until you know.
Yeah. Yeah. I feel like it really is like, it's a divider. I actually found this term called matrescence.
Yeah.
Like kind of comparing it to like adolescence or puberty. Like the definition is the physical, emotional, hormonal, and psychological transition a person goes through when becoming a mother.
Mm-hmm.
It's often compared to adolescence because just like puberty, matrescence is a major identity shift.
Yeah.
This was coined by an anthropologist named Dana Raphael in the mid-70s. But it just makes me think of that, like that there's this like clear, distinct, like before and after of like your kind of understanding.
Well, and I think for me, I have a ton of mom friends now, but I got them when Millie went to preschool.
Yeah.
So like when I had a newborn, I did not have a circle of friends.
Because you were like the first one to
I was the first one. Yeah. I was 29. I was a teen mom. 29 years old, you know, in this area, no one's having kids at 29.
Teen mom.
And so I was very lonely and I felt very isolated. And because I also felt like I was doing it wrong.
Yeah.
Right. Like you know what I mean? Like I felt like my kid doesn't have, they don't need friends at the beginning, you know, like they don't care. But all the stuff I wanted, it came eventually.
Yes.
But it was hard to wait. And I had a lot of self-blame for the waits, you know?
Yeah. Totally.
So like that, think about like you going through adolescence. You're like, who am I? How do I exist in the world? I'm lonely. I'm irritable. Like you're going to go through all those things again.
Yeah.
And then you figure out who you are in it.
Right.
Which is why I think the fear that I felt. I was just talking about someone the other day. When I was pregnant with Millie, if someone was like, we would induce you early, I would have fought that till the fucking grave. I would have been like, keep this baby in here. I was so scared for her to come.
Yeah.
Now I'm like, how early can she come out?
Okay, that's a big shift.
Big shift, because I'm like, I know how bad this is going to be. I know I don't really know what it's going to be like from 1 to 2. I'm sure it'll be a whole other different game of difficulty. But at least I'm not going to have to feel as overwhelmed and as scared. And it's really scary. It's really overwhelming.
What do you think you're going to do differently this time? Or like the main
Care
thing?
less. I'm going to give that baby to someone else.
Yes.
I'm going to
let people help you.
I'm going to let people help me. I'm going to go to the gym. I'm going to ask for help sooner.
Yeah.
I stayed on mids the whole time. Mm-hmm. Right? That was the other thing is like I like waited and waited and waited. I waited too long to get on medicine and I needed it for postpartum.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would never try to raw dog this shit again. Get meds. Dude, let me tell you this. I'm going to tell you a secret right now.
Tell me.
Leave the hospital with a prescription of Zoloft. You don't have to take it.
Yeah.
You don't have to fill it.
Just so that you have it.
Get the prescription of Zoloft before you get home.
Yeah.
Say like, hey, I'm a little nervous about postpartum. I have a history of anxiety. Could I get a script? They will give you one to go home with. You don't have to fill it. But let me tell you, there might be one day where you're like, get yourself to fucking CVS and you get that goddamn Zoloft and you take it.
Yeah, that's smart.
There is nothing wrong with
over-prepared.
Over-prepared, baby.
I love that.
We don't need to raw dog anything. You don't need to raw dog anything. You can just, so everything of like getting more help, all of that stuff.
Okay. All right. So me and you, similar in our productivity levels. We get a lot of value and
work.
Joy, I would say too, out of work. What was it like to have to slow down like that?
Not fun.
Yeah.
I was really bored at the beginning.
Yeah.
The beginning is a lot of baby laying on your chest doing attachment and you're watching TV. So that was super fun for the first few days. I was like, I'm watching a lot of Gilmore Girls. I have a daughter now. Like I was like, I was like, I'm going to watch a daughter show.
Yeah.
It was incredibly difficult. Now, the difference is also is I had my baby in the middle of dead of winter.
Okay.
You're having your baby in the summer.
Dead of summer.
Dead of summer. So it'll be hot.
Yeah.
But you're not going to be as scared of like flu. Like, you know what I mean? Like they closed the hospital down. We couldn't have visitors because the flu season was so bad.
This is pre-COVID?
It's pre-COVID.
Wow.
Yeah, which is actually really common that they do.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, because when flu is really bad, you cannot have babies get sick, right?
Makes
they have
sense.
no immune system. And so I think it was really difficult because I was bored, I was missing work, and I had nothing to do.
Right.
So for you, find ways to stay productive. You know what I mean? That like make you happy, and like that doesn't have to be associated with work.
Right.
But like fold the laundry, something simple. You know what I mean? Like even if you don't have to,
that can make you feel like accomplished.
Exactly. If you can do one little thing like that, I think that it will be really good. But it's very difficult to slow down.
Yeah.
It's going to feel very foreign.
I think I felt it a little bit, obviously not to the same extent, but in the first trimester when I was dying, like that felt foreign to me.
Yes.
Like I was like,
because you had no energy.
and I'm like a desk girly. Like I don't work from my bed. I don't work from the couch.
No.
Like I work at my desk. And I was like, I gotta lay on the couch. Like,
yeah, no, you couldn't. Yeah, because you're so exhausted.
Yeah.
And I'm going to tell you something, actually, like you're not that far from feeling that again.
yes.
Like you're
like in pregnancy?
Yeah, it's like at the end of the third trimester, like that exhaustion comes back. Yeah, it does. So, but that's what the thing is like, okay, so everyone told me, I'll tell you the story. Everyone told me for my first pregnancy, they're like, oh, end work a week early. So I, said goodbye to my clients, told Jen I'm out.
Yeah.
And then 2 days later, I call her. I'm like, I got to get back in the fucking office. Like, I'm waiting for this baby.
What can I do?
What can I do? And I was doing random shit.
You doing like painting or something?
I was actually hanging stuff on the walls. We were actually doing construction. but I mean, like,
the most Emily thing
yeah,
ever.
you don't have, because like that, it wasn't me to wait.
Of course.
For some people, they need that. It wasn't me. I needed to stay busy. It was not helpful for me to be sitting at home thinking, when's she going to come?
Right. Yeah, that resonates with me.
You know what I mean? So, like, you can work towards the end. You can wait and see what's right for you.
Yeah.
Go on walks if you can, but it's going to be very difficult, but it doesn't last forever.
Yeah. I think that's, like,
that
the
you
thing
remind
that
yourself
I'm going to
that.
have to keep reminding myself.
I'm telling you, the beginning is just, like, it's like living in fucking limbo. Like, it's like you've never lived a life like this where you're just, like, stuck in the house. I mean, maybe it was a little bit like how COVID was, that, like, but we just worked all the time during COVID.
Sure. No, I think that's like a very good piece of advice, even though it's like, this too shall pass. It's a little like,
Yeah.
But like, it's true. Like, it's not permanent. And I think that's something that I do struggle with just historically. Like, even like when I'm sick, like I'm just like, when is this going to be over? Is this ever going to end? I spiral into like, oh my God, is this going to last forever?
And listen, because the first few weeks, like you really can't do much,
right?
Especially if you have stitches, if you had a C-section,
right?
They don't want you doing laundry, like, I mean, you really are supposed to be resting to recover.
Right.
So, like, truly, the first few weeks, watch some fucking Gilmore. I mean, lay on the couch, save whatever TV show you haven't watched yet, you've been thinking of. Mine's West Wing this time. I've never actually watched West Wing. People talk about it all the time.
I've never watched it either.
And I'm like, I'm going to finally watch, maybe.
Let me know.
Yeah, okay, I'll let you know. I'm a few weeks ahead of you.
Yeah.
But, like, I'm like, okay, I'm going to save West Wing for this time, right? Like, so, like, save something you've been wanting to do because, like, you're just going to be laying there.
Yeah. Okay.
The dogs are going to love it, though.
They're going to love it.
Their dogs are going to love it. Yeah, it's great for them.
Okay. I feel like a lot of the advice that parents get, especially in the newborn phase, can be like a little toxic positivity.
Mm-hmm. Enjoy every moment.
Yes. You'll never get this time back. Newborn bliss.
Oh my God. I didn't have any of that. I don't know.
But what are your thoughts on that just generally? Maybe, obviously, we're applying it to the newborn stage, but I'm sure that concept gets tossed around.
Even now, anyone who was a teenager will look at my daughter and be like, just wait till she's a teen. They're horrible. I'm like, Jesus Christ. Everyone does this. People even say it to me now.
Right.
Oh, God, 2 is a whole other game. Wait till you have 2. You're not going to have any time for anything.
What do you think about that?
I hate it. I think it's so rude to say to people. But then, like, I probably say it to people. I'm like, oh, just wait. Like.
I think it's also like a way to connect. Like, you're kind of just trying to, like, make conversation.
I think it is a little bit of a warning.
No.
Right? But you can't hear it when you can't hear it. So I think it's going to be way easier. I will say this. I think it's going to be way easier to cherish it this time than last time. For me.
Yes.
Last time, I do not think I was cherishing it. It was very hard for me to stay present. I was so overwhelmed. This feels like it's going to be easier for me to be. I mean, they say, right, that like with firstborns grow up with their parents, secondborns are raised by their parents.
Yeah. That's what I was just thinking.
I literally really feel like that's going to be true for my children.
Yeah.
But I didn't know what the fuck I was doing with Millie. She really was the guinea pig, the poor girl.
But that's why birth order is the thing.
Uh-huh.
Because it's pretty universal.
Can't you feel it as a eldest child?
Can't you? don't. We're just talking about my history of anxiety this whole time. Yes.
Like that. Like, so like I don't know. I want to sit here and tell you to cherish it, but like,
well,
those are just words.
I guess my point being is that I think it is
really
hard to cherish something when you don't have hindsight.
It's so true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So we have some listener questions. We also have a Dear Em and Jen.
Okay.
Let me ask you a few listener questions.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. Most things with motherhood I can't plan. I just have to wait and see how to deal with that.
You got it, baby. Wait and see.
Well, I think that's like even what I was talking about in the beginning, how I had to just like get comfortable with like not knowing if I wanted to have kids or not. Like
you just have to wait and see.
to just get comfortable with like the uncertainty, and it's really fucking hard.
It's your only choice.
Yeah.
Is distress tolerance.
Yes.
sitting in distressing feelings. That's it.
It's
Gaining resilience. That's it.
It's so uncomfortable, but
Yep. That's all you got.
But if I can do it, you can do it.
Yeah.
What does it feel like when you find out you're pregnant for the first time?
Nauseating.
Scary.
So with this pregnancy, because it was IVF, obviously.
Yeah.
It's a very different situation.
Yes.
Because I knew exactly what day I was going to do it. And then for me, the hard part is I've had so many miscarriages, right?
Yes,
So like
of course.
finding out about pregnancy for me is very different.
Complex.
Very complex.
Yeah.
I have never felt just joy.
Mm-hmm. And I think that's an expectation that a lot of people put on themselves to only feel excited. And there are so many other emotions that come up.
Yeah.
How do you keep being you? How to take time for yourself with a newborn?
Make time for it.
Yeah.
There is no way. What was your word?
Matrescence.
Matrescence. When you're going through matrescence, like adolescence, you're not going to be the same you anymore.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to be a different version of you.
Yeah.
But you can say, well, what are the things that make me feel like me? Having a routine, having my things that I do, going on walk. You know what I mean? Like, you have to really do those.
Mm-hmm.
And the first few weeks, you will not be able to, especially if you have a C-section, especially if any type of birth trauma, right? Like, it's going to be really different for everything. And so also, you cannot expect for yourself to be like up and taking a walk 2 days later.
Yeah.
That's not good for you either. You really need to recover. I mean, like,
right.
Birth is like a massive physical thing your body goes through.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Right? Like, it's not like one of those things where, like, when you like kind of twist your ankle at the gym and you're like, I'll walk it off. You can't walk off pregnancy. You can't walk off a birth.
Do you remember when, like, in like the thick of me trying to like parse out what, if I was going to have kids, like, for whatever reason, people like kept coming into the office, like therapists or like, I don't even know if it was like
with birth trauma.
Or
everything
guests on the podcast.
Oh, yes.
Just talking about their birth story.
And you're like, fuck.
And I was like, guys.
We would always be like, oh, Nikki, are you okay? But I think, so you hear that shit all the time. And I was always quick to be like, Nikki, as a reminder, I had a great birth.
Yes.
Because you would always hear the bad stuff.
You always remind me that.
I'm like, I had a great fucking birth, right? Like, not everyone has trauma.
Right.
The same way not everyone has infertility.
Right.
That's like another thing. I feel like people will be like, oh, like, I thought it was going to take me so long to get pregnant because everyone around me has infertility issues. And that's not true for everything.
Yeah. I feel like it's like, there is this like element, and I think it comes up a lot on social media too, of like, gets more clicks and more interest and like,
of course,
more relatable to say the scarier thing.
Yeah, it's trauma porn.
Yeah, of course. So
it's
like,
sexy, baby. Let me see you struggle. Fuck yeah.
So it's like all of that good stuff is almost filtered out at this point. Like I don't see the good stuff really on social media, which sucks.
Yeah, but but you're right. It's because people stay on the trauma ones longer, and then your algorithm is like, oh, she loves this.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Terrible.
Yeah. It's terrible. Uh-huh.
Yeah. But there's good stuff.
There is.
There has to be. People keep doing it.
There is. That's the thing is like, also, let me tell you this. You get such amnesia afterwards. Like, I'm like, oh, my birth was great. Probably if you asked Emily, if I had Emily here that was mid-birth, she'd be like, this is the worst thing ever.
Well, the fact that you were like 5 weeks ahead of me this whole time, like I remember you saying like when I was in the thick of the first trimester nausea and just feeling like terrible, you're like, Nikki,
you want to
let me tell you right now, I don't even remember how bad it was.
And I was puking like 50 times a day.
Yeah.
And right now, but it wasn't that bad.
But I can look back on it now and just be like, oh yeah, I mean, was I that sick?
I'm telling you, the amnesia you get, it makes no sense.
It's biological.
It's got to be biological because nobody would do this all the time. If you remember everything, I barely remember shit, man. Yeah. I do remember that first poop. That's the worst thing that you're going to go through. Everyone talks about that.
Yeah.
First poop is bad.
That's been a new one that's coming up on my algorithm.
Yeah, just so you know, that is bad.
Listen.
For some reason, I do remember that.
Yeah. What am I going to do?
Nothing. It's going to happen either way. Yep. You're just anxious about it.
Yeah.
And it is bad. Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense. Okay. Do you want to do Dear Em and Jen?
Dear Em and Jen.
Em and Nick?
Yeah, Em and Nick. Dear Em and Nick.
You reading it?
Hi, my boyfriend's... This one you're going to answer.
Yeah.
Okay. This one's actually for you.
You know, I
just saw the first line.
Put that here.
Oh, I just saw this line. I didn't read it. Dear Em and Nick. Hi, my boyfriend struggles with health anxiety. and I want to be compassionate and understanding about it, but I'm having a hard time. For example, at restaurants, he insists on getting up to wash his hands after we order, and he expects me to do the same. He gives me a little look when he gets back to the table like, you gonna go too? I get that it makes him feel safer, but I don't feel the same way. I love him, and I know health anxiety and germophobia is very real for him, but I also don't want to enable patterns that aren't helpful for either of us. How do I respect his anxiety without losing myself in it?
Such a good question.
For the record, my husband also. Do you wash your hands before at every restaurant?
Sure do.
So does my husband, and then he makes our daughter, and I don't go.
Yeah, well, okay.
This is me.
Okay, what I'll say is John doesn't go either. I have made him go a few times if I feel like we've been, like if we were like holding on to something. I don't know.
You're like in a Subway.
Exactly. But when he doesn't go and he eats with his hands and then he's okay, it's actually like really comforting for me. I'm like, oh,
he didn't get sick.
He didn't get
He's
sick.
okay. Oh, that's interesting.
So there is an element of like, I understand the person who wants their partner to go wash their hands, because I've been there. And even sometimes when I touch the ketchup bottle and then I'm going to like pick up a breakfast sandwich or something, I'm like, how many people touch that ketchup bottle? But
I've never had that thought once in my life.
Yeah, I know. Well,
yeah. You mean you've seen me eat off a floor? I'm disgusting.
I was just going to say. I was just going to say, I don't think you're going to worry about the ketchup bottle when the Chex Mix is on the floor.
But I do think there's something to, you cannot ask your partner. Something that makes you feel better does not mean your partner needs to do it for you.
Exactly. And understand that there is the chance that seeing them do this thing that's scaring you might actually help you get to a place where you can also do that thing, because you're kind of getting the exposure therapy like through somebody else.
Yeah. Yeah.
So sometimes I don't wash my hands. It's rare, but sometimes I don't, because I've watched John not do it and be completely fine. We've
had like half of our office is pregnant right now, which is really funny. And Nikki at one point was like, well, something's in the water. And someone's like, the water is just that we're a bunch of 30-something women. And of course, we're all getting pregnant. And even the past two people that are pregnant had lovely little births and are doing really well. And that felt really good for me.
Yes, of course.
To talk to them recently, right? So like, I do think there's something to.
Yes.
Right? Like, is it really benefiting him for you to keep washing your hands? Is it benefiting him for you to play into this dynamic? And that doesn't mean, we're not saying it's not real for him.
Right. Yeah,
like you can validate that.
Right. You not doing it is not invalidating his fear. Like, he can still have that fear. But realistically, in the world, there are germs. And like, I mean, I should listen to this advice for myself. But
well, when you have a kid,
I know
very soon,
one of my questions that I didn't ask you.
Yeah, do you want to ask it?
Was that I worry about the day when when my kid wants to go to like the foam pit or like the ball pit.
It's going to be birthday parties.
Yeah, that's what I'm
you
talking
can
about.
avoid that until there's class birthday parties, and then you don't want to be your kid, the one kid that doesn't get to go. No, that's fucked up.
I understand. Like, I don't want to put my anxiety on her.
Yeah.
She is going to go and she's going to play in that ball pit. And
but like, even if Millie goes in a ball pit or we go to a place,
grossed out.
I make her use hand sanitizer. I don't make her wash her hands, but I do keep hand sanitizer in my bag.
Yeah.
Kids are gross. All
Disgusting.
right. Yeah, kids are fucking nasty. They're touching everything.
Right. Well,
they're snotty. You pick them up from school. They don't give a shit.
Right.
You know what I mean? They're wiping their hands. So like, I am not a germ person at all, but kids have weakened immune systems.
Yes.
So like, you do take better care of them.
Yes, of course.
I also had Millie during COVID.
You would jump into a ball pit if it was just you.
Oh. Would I jump into a ball pit? I wouldn't jump into a ball pit simply from the embarrassment that how hard I think it would be for me to get out of a ball pit.
Oh, I totally agree with that. The foam one.
Mine is not about the germs.
I would not be able to get
Mine
out of it.
is simply that I don't want to embarrass myself and be unable to get out of said ball pit.
Yep.
It's not actually about any
fair.
type of germs. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, mine would be both.
Hey, Nikki, congratulations. We're really happy for you.
Thank you so much.
You're going to be great.
Thank you for all your advice. So happy to go through this journey with you.
Mwah.
Next time we can bring our babies.
Yeah, I said I want to be like Kylie Kelsey and I'm going to bring my baby 2 days.
Yeah.
Record.
Yeah, you're gonna.